Okay, so this little thing called Spongebob, you know that little yellow sponge guy who lives underwater in Bikini Bottom? Yeah. Well, I just came here to say that it's not possible. Because, well, let's just think. SpongeBob, he's a rectangle. You know this little shape right here? Rectangle. His parents, circular. Both of them, circular. How did that happen? I mean, I really don't get it. Is there like a little mess up in the gene pool where two circles make a rectangle? Did his mom cheat on his dad with a rectangular sponge? And if so, where would a sea sponge meet a kitchen sponge? They wouldn't unless some idiot decided to throw a kitchen sponge into the water, and it's ridiculous. I don't get it whatsoever. How does Sandy get the air into her tree dome? They did not just lower a dome into the water. She had to build it under the water, pump all the water out, and put some air in. Yeah, that's not possible for a squirrel who has a very short attention span and is not that smart. And then, why do they have cemeteries underwater? Because they're fish. If they were to die, they'd float up to the surface. And really, I don't want to see little dead fish people floating around whenever I'm going to the ocean. That's just gross. And seriously, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. Okay, Plankton. If everybody hates him so much, why don't they just all gang up on him and kill him? Like, yeah, I understand they step on him and he won't die, but there has got to be other ways. Like, seriously, he's like that small and they're all about that big. It's not very difficult to kill them. And shouldn't he be afraid of Pearl? Because whales eat plankton and she's a whale? And speaking of Pearl, how come she's a whale but her dad is a crab? I mean, maybe her mom was a whale because no one really knows where her mom is. But how would a whale and a crab have a kid? Really? That's gross. Whale, really big. Crab, about this small. Yeah. And why does everybody in Bikini Bottom wear pants except for Squidward? Really? And then yesterday, I saw an episode where they stole Oscar Squidward's clothes, but he had underwear on. And then everyone thought it was so indecent that he took his underwear off, so they all turned around. But when they turned back around, he only had a shirt on, no underwear, and they all thought it was fine. I didn't get it. I'm like, it would still be as gross as it was, because guys can walk around with no shirts on whenever they want to. But, yeah, this is Bikini Bottom. Anything's possible, I guess. Ew. Ooh, bad picture. How did a pineapple get underwater? Seriously? I honestly doubt that a pineapple just floated down from the surface, completely carved out with built-in rooms and stairs and chimney and a couple windows and a door, and fully furnished. It's kind of suspicious. How'd that happen? I don't get it, because SpongeBob, he apparently didn't do it, because he can't even lift a stuffed animal. Yeah. And then Patrick's house. He lives under a rock. He has all the sand furniture. How does it stay standing when the rock closes? I don't think it could. Like, wouldn't just smush it, be like, yeah. Then, like, I have a whole list right here of things that are wrong with SpongeBob. So let's see what else I have. Okay. So how is there a beach underwater? Because I understand there's sand because the ocean floor, but there can't be more water under the water. That's just makes no sense at all. How can Squidward play the clarinet and paint without fingers? Because if I recall, because I played the oboe, and it's the same thing as a clarinet pretty much, different reed, but you need fingers to hit all the notes. He has tentacles, so he can't do it. It wouldn't work. Fingers, tentacles. Fingers, tentacles. No. It's impossible. How does Gary meow? I mean, snails, they don't make noise. Cats meow. Snails and cats aren't the same thing. They're different. Snails have little shells and their eyes pop out of their heads and they crawl around the ground with no legs or arms or anything. Cats are furry and cute and they have legs and arms, and they can walk. What else is there? There are sharks in Bikini Bottom. Yeah, sharks in Bikini Bottom. Let's think. There are fish who live there, and wouldn't the sharks eat the fish? Like, nobody ever dies. That old guy with the walker, he's been there since day one. And he's been almost dying every time. And not to mention that guy whose leg always gets broken. I mean, poor guy. You'd think he'd be dead by now, but he's not, because every time something bad happens, you hear him yell, "My leg." Yeah. I don't get it. Why isn't he dead yet? I don't know. So, there's a lot more, but honestly, I don't think you really care that much about it. So, I'm just going to stop, and if you really, really want to know more of my little problems with SpongeBob, go ahead. You can find a way to contact me so I can tell you. And if you know any way to explain any of these, feel free to tell me, because I really want to know all these stupid things that happen in Bikini Bottom that really can't happen in real life. So, yeah, thanks for listening and all, but have fun.